Hello, other greetings, Fate Adventurers. I'm Jake Spins, welcoming you guys back to my gaming unboxing channel, where today we're jumping back into Mario Kart DS. And for some of you, you might be just joining us now because you're like, it's 150cc. It's the meat and potatoes of any Mario Kart game. It's where it gets super fast, flames going all behind your cart, and that is the intensity that I am looking for. If that's you, then that's fantastic. But I do want to mention that after seeing this stuff, you might want to jump back into 100cc because we had some insane moments. I learned a lot about the game and how the drifting works. And the mission modes 3 and 4 that we just did were a little bit weird. And, you know, for my channel, that's surprisingly a good thing because weirdness goes very far for me. But as I stated before, we're going to be jumping into 150cc Mushroom Cup. Very excited. And of course, we have the picture of a man having an existential crisis all the way down here, being Waluigi. This man brought a forklift to Mario Kart. So what we know about this tall, lanky man is that he apparently really loves tennis. He has some sort of avatar powers where he can swim in midair with absolutely no water. He loves roses. And the man has some insane connection with construction workers to be able to have his own personal forklift to drive in Mario Kart. If that isn't just the formula for eccentric billionaire, I really don't know what is. Alright, let's jump into this and see what the stats are. So, surprisingly for a forklift, this is very fast. It has insane acceleration. The weight, of course, is great. Definitely not from Waluigi, all from the forklift and that gigantic crane that if we take too tight of a turn, we're going to just fling over to the side. It's not going to be great. Handling is surprisingly well as well, and the drift is also really good. The only stat that sucks here is items, and by sucks, I mean it's only really meh. So the fact that like the most balanced and fairly decent combination here is Waluigi and a forklift is really strange to me. Even more strange, they just call it the Gold Mantis. I don't know if it's because they added some extra wheels in the front to make it faster or whatever, but hey, whatever, it's fine. Let's check out his other karts. So we also do have the Standard, which all around really good. So, I mean, Waluigi in Standard, maybe we'll check that out in the future. We also have the Zipper, which is a 3-wheeled motorcycle, kind of like the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing kart that Knuckles drove, except his wheels were reversed now that I think about it, so that's very interesting. It's not really detailed that much, just, hey, here's a motorcycle, but oh, hey, we haven't introduced motorcycles yet. Kind of like the Mario Kart 7 water thing. That's really weird. That's really weird. Mario Kart DS is breaking all the rules of Mario Kart, but nobody actually gives it credit for it. Strange. But yeah, his speed's fairly good, acceleration's fairly good. Weight, again, surprisingly good. Apparently he's considered a heavyweight because of his height in this game, I would assume from this. I could be wrong though, it could just be the karts. Handling's pretty good, drift is pretty good, and items. Woo! But, of course, we have to drive in the forklift, because I mean, like, come on! There are literally no other options for Waluigi except for Waluigi forklift. Unless this man can drive a freaking Rose, I choose nothing else. And I'm noticing something really interesting for the Figure 8 circuit, which doesn't have like a theme at all now that I'm thinking about it, but it has a Mario Brothers 3 reference of the back platform blocks. You know, the white ones, the green ones, all that stuff. The white ones you could kind of duck under, and you could just kind of skip the level by going behind it. So I find that interesting because they're not even 3D. because they're supposed to be for like a play setting. So why they're here, I have no idea. Oh, okay. That was really gross. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I had an attempt before, but honestly, I was so jumbled that I decided to just start over. The nice thing is, though, whenever we play as a character in a heavy car, heavyweight, whatever, we can just bump everything, and that is just one of my most favorite parts of Mario Kart, is just being able to go over to somebody and just go, bonk. I wanted to bonk Daisy again, and that did not happen. Ooh, but we have the power against Yoshi. If I was doing better, I would actually consider saving it for the end, and then throw it to be able to change the placements just a wee little bit, so that my rival would actually be in the back. But we did knock Yoshi out, and it's very possible that Daisy could be our rival, and we could have actually screwed ourselves anyway. Boo stole my mushroom! That was so rude! How could you do this to me, Boo? I thought we were Mario Party brethren. We're both super awkward, loved by the fan base despite multiple things. Oh, Daisy's the same way though, so I need to be very careful. I just dropped a banana, and boom! There we go! Sorry, Daisy, but you can't get in front of Waluigi. Either way, one fan base is going to be upset. The people that really love Daisy, or the people that really love Waluigi. Or if I end up mentioning the fact that there's some fans that are like, they should be a couple, then both groups will be like, how dare you? I cannot stand for this. But now it is time to take our construction journeys all the way to beautiful Yoshi Falls, which makes me sad because I really like Yoshi Falls. It's a really nice nature preserve, probably a lot of Yoshis being here, like a Yoshi sanctuary. And then here comes Waluigi like, I will build my mall complex. That's the lore for this cup. If Waluigi wins, then we will get the Waluigi malls all throughout every course in Mushroom Cup. So as much as I do want to win, I don't, because like, come on man, I don't want to turn this into a shopping mall plaza, but I guess that just means we're playing the villains here. Not only will we get rid of an extinct species home, but we'll turn it into shopping malls. The Yoshis are like, but we don't need shirts, we don't need purses, we don't need nose rings, and Waluigi's like, I don't care. No more eating apples off of bushes and trees, no. You must eat the Waha burger. The specialty at the good old Waluigi mall plazas. Now that I think about it though, that sounds like the wall burger, which is very, very similar, and maybe it's the Mushroom Kingdom version of that. Unless like there's a Mushroom Kingdom version of Mark Wahlberg. Because, I mean, there's a bee version of Larry King in the Bee Movie, but it's an actual bee, even though that would then... You'd then assume there would still be a Larry King? So, I mean, when it comes to this kind of stuff, and these kind of mediums, it's very weird. Like, have you guys ever watched a show, and they're watching something, and they're like, man, I really love this show. And then years later, it has a crossover. It's just like, wait a minute, this turned from a show in their reality, something that isn't real for them, into, oh hey, look at that, we're fighting each other. Like a good example of that is something like TMNT. Because they actually crossed over with Batman, but they have constantly referenced stuff like Spider-Man, anything Marvel, anything DC. And it's very interesting, too. But I think at that time they were... Because I'm watching the 2003 series. I think at that time they were owned by Warner Brothers, and now they're owned by Viacom or Nickelodeon. I know they have some ties with Nickelodeon because they had that 2012 show, but also, well, Rise of the Turtles, too. And then... The Turtles have been in the Nickelodeon kart racing games. They're going to be in the fighting game. And April O'Neil is included in that, which, I mean, is very strange, but I'll take it, man. Any excuse to beat the crap out of ninjas or anybody with April O'Neil, like, shoot, I'll take it, man. It's just such a hilarious idea of the Shredder being like, I'm gonna destroy everything. And in some mediums, he's been around for hundreds of centuries. Like 1,000 years for the 2003 one. And then here comes April O'Neil with absolutely no knowledge of the fighting skills that the Shredder would know, or maybe the Turtles would know. Okay, I need to stop for a second to say, wow, that was kind of BS, because that red shell literally stopped and waited for the blue shell to be able to hit me. Like, bruh, what's that about? What the heck is that about? But yeah, as I was saying, like, it's really funny to me because, yeah, I'm sure at some point April O'Neil picked up some of the ninjutsu skills or was able to learn some of the stuff, but not really to the point of, like, any of the Turtles or Splinter or Shredder for that matter. So the idea of April just coming in and just beating the crap out of the Shredder with a microphone is just fantastic to me. The Shredder just looking like, but you have no experience, and April O'Neil's like, I don't need experience to be a warrior. Like what a bad A, dude. I love it. I freaking love it, man. I think that's why a lot of people end up really liking characters like Waluigi and Daisy, because they're really out there. And it's not that they're like necessarily weird characters. Well, weird in an obscure way, but like they're fairly underutilized. There's a lot to explore in these characters, and it's just really great to see these characters in situations that you wouldn't naturally expect them to be in, which is why I love the whole April O'Neil thing. And just like I said at the beginning of this, when I kept mentioning Tor, which I haven't really played a lot of that recently. Hey, look at that, we got that blast. Boom. Somebody back there looking like Team Rocket. Hey. But like I said with the whole Tor thing, and probably mentioning that a lot, I will probably be mentioning a lot of 2003 TMNT because I just binge watched at least like 1.5 seasons of that show, which I got past the space era, which is what I mostly remember from my childhood, because for some reason every time I would jump back into the show, it would just be the Turtles fighting a bunch of Triceratops. But I know that I've seen the first episodes from childhood, but then like most of the first season I hadn't seen, and it was mostly second season or third season. But we didn't really find out about stuff like 4Kids until later on into our childhood, because we randomly stumbled upon Sonic X right in the middle of the Sonic Adventure series, or season, where Tails was just bandaged up after crashing the tornado. Oh, thank God. You know what? We got fourth. We were both a winner and a loser. And you know what? I'll take it, because I got a little bit nervous as that was going on. And I honestly thought that entire time I was going to be a jumbled mess. But instead, no, I was just like chilling like it was 50cc. So, I mean, hey, it's gonna vary whether I'm just super intense and making jokes, or whether I'm just very chill and talking about things that I love. But I usually go fairly back and forth. I'm just glad that red shell and that blue shell combination didn't end up screwing me over in the end, because man, that red shell came up, was like, oh, you're busy? Just took out a beauty magazine, started reading it, looked up and was like, oh, you're done. You're done now. I can hit you again. It's It's very weird. It's very strange. But as I've been saying in the other CCs, if you guys decide to play along with me, let me know what your guys' times are. They're definitely going to be better than these. But if they're not, that's okay, because it's just a for fun thing. Either way, though, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share us out with everyone you love, brother, mother, sister, father, iguana, the subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode where we jump into the good old flower cup with 150cc. Alright guys, keep Joseph. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you look over to the left, you can see the playlist for this series as well as a fun video, and if you scroll your eyes over to the right, you can subscribe to the channel as well as see a video from my archives or some such thing that I've decided to put there. Anyway though, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next time.